Have a great message, but your audio sounds muddy or unprofessional. You desperately want to fix it, but you don't have the budget or the time for complex, expensive audio solution. If this sounds familiar, I have come today with the best solution to this problem. Hello everyone, my name is Alexander from Techie for Christ, a faith-based tech content channel, and welcome to my Tech Nugget series. Here I share tech tips and tricks to help you leverage technology for your church, ministry, and tech team. So if you're a church leader, ministry leader, or just a Christian content creator, this is the right place for you. So don't forget to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any of my video. Also don't forget to like, share, and drop a comment if you find this video helpful. Now the tool we're looking at today is not an AI tool, nor is it any of the other complex audio editing software you might have used at one point or the other. Now the tool we are looking at is called Audacity. So what exactly is Audacity? Now Audacity is a free open source audio editing and recording softwares that run on all operating systems from Windows, Mac OS, and even Linux OS. Now think of Audacity as your digital audio solution. This lets you record live audio, edit sound files, and process your recording with various effects. It gives you professional grade tools for mixing and mastering your content, all without costing you a single cent. So the question is, why should I choose Audacity in the list of other audio editing softwares out there? First of all, is the ease of use that Audacity has. Now, personally, I've been using Audacity for years, and Audacity is very easy to learn, even for beginners who don't have prior experience with audio production work. Now, to add to this, the user interface is very clean, simple, and less intimidating to navigate. It is also highly versatile. Audacity is perfect for things like recording, editing, and publishing work for podcasts, streaming, and uploading to platforms like Spotify, YouTube Music, Apple Podcasts. Now, it's also excellent for radio broadcasts, voiceover work, and narration, among other things. Now, finally, Audacity gives you that professional feeling without you paying a cent. In this section, I'm going to walk you through how to download Audacity along with other tools we will use in this video. So I have my browser here opened already, and I'm going to search for Audacity download for PC. So we're going to go to the first link here, and that is the official Audacity link. That is audacityteam.org. You're going to click on it. And the good thing about this website is that it's going to dictate your OS on its own, so you can always be sure that you're downloading the one that is going to be specific to your operating system. So the next thing you want to do is that you want to download either the 64-bit or the 32-bit installer based on your system configuration. So you can always do that. So I won't be downloading because I already have it installed on my system already, but you can go ahead and click on the download here. Now, the second tool we're going to use is a tool called the FFmpeg, and to get that, we have to scroll a little bit down on the same page, and then we can see the additional resources, and we can see FFmpeg import and export library. You can just click on this link to download it. You can always download it on this site. Again, I won't be downloading because I already have it installed already on my system, but I'll drop the direct link to download this application in the description. And now the third one that we need is a tool called CN Levelator. CN Levelator is a tool that you use to level your audio levels, so within your audio file or your broadcast. You can come to this link. Again, I'm going to drop this link in the description so you can always download it. After downloading all these tools, you have to install them, and after you finish installing them, we can now move to what we have for today. The next thing we want to do is to open up Audacity. So this is how Audacity looks like when you are using it. This UI, like we said earlier, is very clean, very nice. It's not too hard or too complicated. So one of the first things we want to do is to come to this audio setup. You can choose your recording device here. For me, I'm using a jack mic. So I'll come here, you select any recording device you are using, and then you come to this place to enable silence monitoring. Now, what this silence monitoring does is that it helps you monitor your audio level. So you don't want it too high and then you don't want it too low. So the green part where it is right now is still a little bit on the safe side. And if it gets a little bit too loud, like right now, you can see that it's going to the red side. So the interface is very, very simple when it comes to using Audacity. In the top parts, we have the transport toolbar. That's where we have the record, we have the play, the stop button, and all of those things. And then the next one I've talked about it is this monitoring meters. You want to ensure that you have it turned on or you have it enabled so that you can always monitor your feedback as you record. And then the next one is the most important part. This big part right here is the waveform window. Right now, we're going to do our first recording with Audacity. To record, you just come to this red button here and then you click on it. So I'm going to record a very short phrase right now. I'm going to say, "The Lord bless you and keep you and make his face shine upon you. Amen." Now, to stop recording, you just come to this stop button and then you click on it. And then that's just it. You stop recording. I'm going to walk you through the basics of editing audio in Audacity. And the first thing we are going to do is to trim. Let us trim this audio. So let's assume this part. So let me play the part first. The Lord bless you and keep you and make his face shine upon you. Amen. Now, to stop recording, you also, if I want to delete this part, what I just do is that I highlight on it. Now, the way Audacity tools are, as long as you are inside this waveform editor, this area where it says audio 1.1. Now, if I record another audio, let me see, let me show you that. I record another audio like this. This is another audio that I'm recording just to show you that you can record different tracks. So you can record different tracks. I can even come here and have another track underneath here. Multiple recording here. So if I'm recording this in like different segments, I can always have different segments here. I won't really be going in depth on how to do that because I'm going to be creating more videos on how to do that. But just understand that you can always record different parts like this. So I'm going to be deleting this parts because we don't need it. So what we do is that we highlight the parts we want to trim out, and that is this part, and then we delete it. So once again, let me go back and Ctrl Z so that you can see what I just did. So we highlight from beginning of the section we want to trim out, and then we highlight to the end of the section we want to trim out, and then we click on delete. So that's just it. So now that we've done that, you can also trim. Trimming is a little bit different. Trimming is that you are hiding some particular section. So you see, as I come to this edge now, the cursor has changed, so I can just drag it to that particular place to where I want it to stop, and that's just it. So trimming is a little bit different from the deleting unwanted sections or deleting those sections, but they basically do the same thing. So you can use any of the two. But if you want to probably bring back some section, you might need to use trimming. But if you want it gone 100%, then you just use the delete tool. So the next one we want to do is to add some effect to this audio. Now this audio is not that long, so we won't really do much effect on it, but the two effects we want to do is the fade in and the fade out. So again, we did not really talk about some of these tools that we have here, but we're going to do more tutorials on these tools so that we can always know more about them. So to fade in or to fade out, you highlight the parts or the portion that you want to apply that effect on, and then you come to your effects, and then you see fading, and then you just select fade in. Now, if you want to fade out, which is the reverse of fade in, you select the parts again you want to fade out, and then you come to effects, fade in, and then you fade out. Now let us listen to the difference. Say, the Lord bless you and keep you and make his face shine upon you. Amen. Okay, so that's it for fading and fade out. One of the good thing of this software is that you can also export your audio track, so different formats. But the thing we want to do right now is that we want to level this volume. Of course, you can already guess the tool that we're going to use because I've mentioned it earlier. Is the CN Levelator. Now, to use the CN Levelator, balance out our audio. One of the first thing we need to do. Sorry, let me bring this here. One of the first thing we need to do is to come to File and then Export Audio. We can give it any name we want to give. We can save it anywhere we want to save it. We're going to look at some of these sample rate, bit rate, and those quality in much later videos. But what we're concerned about is this format. Now, the format we'll have to export this file for it to work in CN Levelator is this WAV format. So we choose the WAV Microsoft, and then we click on export. So we're going to wait for our files to export. I think it has exported. Let me check it in my documents. So the duration of the export is going to be depending on the length of what you are doing. I think this is it here, the recording itself. So let me play it. Okay, so the Lord bless you and keep you, make his face shine upon you. Amen. So that's our audio. So what we do here is that we open our CN Levelator, we come to our search bar, and then we type level, and then we open it. So one of the advice I can give is that you can try to pin it to your taskbar, so you don't have to always go to the start menu to always open it every time. So what you want to do is that, like I said here, is the levelator to drag and drop a WAV or AIFF file. So what we just do is take this file and then we drag and drop it here. So it is performing the magic. So again, the speed is going to be dependent on how much the file is. So the bigger file is going to take a longer time, and the smaller file, as you can see here, is going to take lesser time. So the next thing we want to do is to import this file. So as you can see, we have the original file here that we exported from Audacity, and then this is the file that the Levelator just worked on. So what it does is that when it works on it, it's going to give it a dot output file name. So if you are looking for the file, just look for a file with a dot output, and then you can always get the file you want to use. So I'm going to open my Audacity back again, then I come to file, and then I come to import, then I click on audio. Okay, so let me go to my music folder, file this, and then I come to this untitled.output, then I click on open. Okay, so it's going to open. So as we can see here, this is our original file, and this is the file that the Levelator worked on. Now you can't really notice the difference, but the best way to understand the difference is in files that are a little bit complicated. So this one is just 6 seconds long, but if you're looking at your audio sermon, maybe like your podcast, and then you just try to look at it, you're going to see the difference. Like in this part now, how will I say it, the way this waveform is shaped is different. This is the original, right? And then this is how the CN Levelator do it for us after we put it inside. So what it does is that again it balances the audio. So if this place is low and this place is high, this place should be balanced. So it's basically telling us that there should not be a section where it's too high and there should not be a section where it's too low. So we can see these sections where it's too low, it made it okay for us, and this section where it's a little bit too high, it made it balanced for us. So that's one of the advantages of using the CN Levelator. And the CN Levelator is, you can use it as part of your process. So after recording, you've edited, you've trimmed, you've added some effects like we did right here, and then you export it like we did to a WAV file or a AIFF file output, and then you bring it to your CN Levelator. So the problem with it is that there are some caveats to using the tool, and it's only going to work if the production is good and then you want to scale it up to make it balance a little bit. So if background noise, if there are some weird sounds in your recording, the CN Levelator might actually make it more. So there's a little bit like ease, background noise, and those little things. If you export it to CN Levelator, it might actually make it more pronounced. So what you want to do is to remove those before you import it to your CN Levelator. So let me delete this audio one here so that we can listen to our final output. The Lord bless you and keep you and make his face shine upon you. Amen. Amen. So as you can see here, it's a little bit the Lord bless you and keep you and make his face shine upon you. Amen. What we want to do is to export our final work. So how do we do that? We come to file again and then we come to export audio, and then this time we are choosing MP3 or any other file formats you want to use, but the default is always MP3. So let me give it the name final. I'll just call it final, and then you can always choose the folder you want that final output to go, and then you click on exports. Okay, so that's it for this video. We successfully went from raw audio to a professional output. And before I round up, let me add what I call the 3 keys of basic audio production. Number 1, you monitor the meters. It's very, very important. So you are not too loud and you're also not too low. Number 2, you trim and fade as much as possible. You trim, you edit, you do your basic editing, you remove the parts you don't want, and then you join the parts that you want. And then the most important thing is to use the levelator. Now, if you found this tech nuggets helpful, don't forget to hit a like button, share this video with anyone who you think might find it helpful, and also drop your questions in the comment section. And this is Alexander signing off saying thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.